Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? I just forgot that I have to change the sound setting on this microphone because it's in stereo. Okay. How is everyone doing? Hey, Carter. I'm here playing around with the microphone. I hate how this microphone sounds. Mono, okay. Here we go. Mono, okay. Into one. Okay. How does that sound? Does that sound better? We're going to have some fun today. We're going to have some fun today. Okay, and you guys know I love your comments. Okay, all right. Let's see here. As you know, they shadow banned me because I hit them with boulders over their heads, literally. Okay, Woo Rider, welcome. E. Carter, Mapaco, Kiedza, welcome. Let's see here. Shelly, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to give it a minute or two for people to come in. I'm going to give it a minute or two for people to come in. As you come in, leave a message. So yesterday I did an interview and I tried to link it to my channel so that it would show on my channel. And that's why you saw a live stream yesterday, but it didn't go live because whatever reason. So I'm not stressing myself. Okay. BB, welcome. Jay Russo, welcome. Linda, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I just got to do something really quickly. I'm just doing something quickly, okay? Da, 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 da. Let's see here. 7:30. Let's see, like 8. All right. Just bear with me 1 second here. Okay, 7:38 time. Okay, I hope I got that right. Okay, great. All right, guys. So thank you. So guys, you know how I love your comments because the comments are so intelligent. It's so educational. It helps me to research. So after the video, I love it when you guys leave comments because it helps me to really go and do some deeper research. So today we are searching for Osiris's phallus. And, you know, people are going to be like, Renetta, did you lose your mind? No, I didn't. Because Osiris's phallus is the key against the New World Order. Okay? What do you mean it's the key against the New World Order? I'm going to show you why. Do not listen to these people. Oh, hey, Avion, welcome. Do not listen to these people who tell you it's a pharaoh running this New World Order. No, it's not. It is not a pharaoh. You have to remember Egypt was hijacked. Egypt was hijacked. It was Kemet, and they were about life. Okay, they were about life today and life in the afterworld. It was hijacked by a death cult by his brother Seth. Seth was never a pharaoh. So this is why you hear these, especially religious people, saying that it's a pharaoh that's behind this. No, that's dead wrong. It's not a pharaoh that's behind this. Okay. The next thing you're going to hear is and you can even hear from Kreta Mutwa, the phallus of the dragon. You have to remember that this planet was hijacked, and all the ancient history on Earth has been hijacked and given to the dragon. So when you hear the phallus of the dragon, people think that is Osiris's penis. No, Osiris was not a dragon. Osiris was never a dragon. Okay? Hey, Dimples. Hey, Tony. Okay? Osiris was never a dragon. Okay? So you have to always look at what you're being told in terms of pre-civilization, before the hijacking, and then post-civilization after the hijacking. And when this planet was hijacked by Dracos, everything you've been taught was, even religion. Religion promotes Dracos. Hey, Regina, welcome. Religion promotes Dracos. Okay? So we have to be aware of there was a great hijacking on this planet, and everything has been hijacked. And that includes the knowledge and the true history of the pharaohs of Egypt and all the global civilization that was on this planet, right? So let's have some fun. How is my mic? Before we get started, how's my mic? Because I hate the sound of that mic. I was like, okay, let me hide this. Okay, so we're going to start here. Hey, Isis, welcome. Okay, so how's my mic? Does it have that echo, that horrible echo? Okay, good. Okay, wonderful. All right, so we are starting at Mount Kailash. We've been to Mount Kailash before, and we show you that Mount Kailash, Shiva is actually a pharaoh. Shiva is actually a pharaoh. Now, there is something important that I need to tell you guys, right? When the Dracos took over this planet, okay, they misinterpreted fertility as sex cults. And they engineered, because the Dracos practice, sexual sexual promiscuity, Draco marriage, a Draco man could have 10 wives and he can kill his first wife and all sorts of madness, But you must understand pre-hijacking. So we're talking about the god Shiva, who is Osiris. Shiva is Osiris. Shiva and Shakti is Osiris and Isis. And I believe they're the true creators of the real humans. Okay, that's my opinion. Okay, now, the ancients, before the hijacking took place, which was the Draco incursion, believed that the seed was life, and that the earth would become pregnant. And they believed that barrenness was a sign of infertility due to evil. And that a seed, through copulation or through whether it's human or animal, or being germination, when you put the seed in the ground, the seed breaks open and the shoots come out, okay, was the true form of life. Does everyone understand what I'm saying? So Osiris, let's start with who was Osiris, okay? Make this bigger because it's important that we start there before we start looking for his penis, his phallus. In ancient, let me make this bigger. Okay. This is very important. Okay. Okay. In ancient Egyptian fact, Osiris and Isis were brother and sister. Okay. Now, husband and wife and central figures in the myth of Osiris. Now, people are going to say they were brothers and sisters. Let me explain something to you. We today call people we don't know that we're close to brother and people we don't know that we're close to sister. This is where we got it from. Their story is considered one of the oldest facts and influenced, oh Lord, gender roles, Lord have mercy, power structures and spiritual beliefs in Kemet and beyond. Osiris was the god of the underworld and king of Egypt. Having inherited the kingship from his ancestors, who traced back to the creator of the world, Ra or Atum. He was associated with righteous kingship. Oh, wait, I thought the pharaohs were evil and godless. But most importantly, watch this, watch this, watch this. This is why Osiris's penis is the most powerful weapon, I think, against the New World Order. Life-giving power. Now watch this. Let me say it again. Life-giving power. Let me say it again. Life-giving power. Okay. And Ma'at, which is the order, the ideal natural order. Natural order that was the fundamental goal in Egyptian culture. So the Egyptians believed in righteousness, constantly bringing forth life as creators and maintaining the natural order. And that was granted to them by Osiris. Okay? So when you hear people talk about, oh, it's the pharaohs, they know nothing about these people. Now, Isis was the daughter of the earth god Geb and the sky god Nut, and she represented the moon. The moon. By the way, Osiris represented the sun. She was also believed to have taught Egyptians medicine and agriculture, because medicine and agriculture are one, and medicine, good medicine and good agriculture does what? Bring forth life. Agriculture brings forth life in the soil, and medicine brings forth life in the body. So we see the continuation of life. And to have established marriage. And what is marriage? The penis and the vagina. The penis and the vagina. In the fact, Osiris is murdered by his jealous brother, Seth, who wants Osiris's throne. Okay? You guys could read the rest. Seth dismembers his body and scatters the pieces across Egypt. Kemet. Isis and their sister Nephthys search for the body and retrieve all but one piece, Osiris's penis. Isis uses magic to briefly revive Osiris. This is the resurrection and the Immaculate Conception. And they join the pieces together to create a mummy. Isis becomes, via Immaculate Conception, Isis becomes pregnant by Osiris and gives birth to their son, the firstborn out of virginity, who will defeat, listen, what tense is this? Who will defeat Seth? Future tense. Future tense. Yes, E. Carter, jealousy. What's going on now? Jealousy, exactly. Now watch this. Horus, who will defeat Seth? Why? Because you don't steal someone's throne and you don't murder someone and steal what is theirs. Watch this carefully. Who will, meaning it's coming. Now, who was Seth? In the Egyptian religion, Seth, also known as Seth or Sutek, Sutek. Did anyone catch that? Did anyone catch that? Sutek. Sutek. Did anyone catch the T-E-K-H? What kind of tech? Let's see. The god of chaos. Hey, Mel, welcome. Thank you, Chanelli. Class is in session. Thank you, Avion. Class is in session. Okay. Seth was the god of chaos. Can anyone tell me whose motto is Ordo ab Chaos, order out of chaos? Now watch this. Sutek, or Seth, was the god of storms. Is it beginning to make sense who's in control of this planet? Thank you, Avion. I'm going to call them own. Backwards, own, right? Okay, I'm going to call them own. All right, let's continue. Storms. What's going on this planet? What's going on this planet? The weather weapons. You see where they got it from? Okay. War. What's going on this planet? Non-stop war. Non-stop chaos. And weather weapons creating artificial storms. Surging heat in one part of the country. Freezing cold in the next part of the country. Boiling hot, 9 o'clock in the day. Freezing cold, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Seth is the one who the New World Order worships. And Seth and Osiris is Enki and Enlil, the two brothers. So when they say it's the Egyptians behind this, the Egyptian pharaoh, Seth was never a pharaoh. He stole a throne that wasn't him. And how befitting that the sons of Seth, they lie, cheat, steal, murder, and they steal what is not theirs. They were never pharaohs, right? Let's continue. Seth was one of the first 5 gods created by the union of Geb and Nut. So the same powers that created Isis is the same power that created Seth. His name is often translated as instigator of confusion or destroyer. Okay, let me show you something. Let's see if I can find it. It's not going to be on Google. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Let's see if it's still up online. I'm going to have to use another search engine. Let's see here. Hold on. Yeah, they're not going to give me this. It's Let's see if I can find it here. Here we go. Control F. Ruin. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can read this. It's tiny, but I'm going to have to make this bigger so you can find it. Let's see here. Okay, watch this. Hold on. Just bear with me 1 second here. Boom. Okay, watch this. This doesn't give it all, but the Strong Concordance, before they took it down, okay, said that the meaning of, I don't want to pronounce this sound, it means sorcerer, witch, witchcraft, to fall, fail, cast down into ruin. But they took it off of these fake search engines. You see how I had to dig to find it? Hold on. Okay. Let's learn more about the word, this word. I'm not repeating that demonic word. The suffix, that's the suffix, the end of the word, is identical to 1943 in Strong's dictionary. It has the meaning of ruin or mischief. It means to bring someone to ruin. Are you guys seeing this? Watch this. What does Seth do? Seth instigates confusion and destroys. The real meaning of this word, of this entity they gave people to worship, this entity, do you see the name? You're not going to find this on Google. You're not going to find it on Bing, because that's controlled by the very people who told you this is God. I'm going to show you who Seth is. Okay? The suffix, meaning the end. So you have in one word, you have three parts. You have the prefix, the infix, and the suffix. So the beginning is the prefix, pre. The infix is the middle, and then the suffix is the end, right? So this is the suffix. The suffix, not going to repeat it, to 1943 in the Strong's Dictionary, means ruin and mischief. It is another form of 1942. I'm not going to say this word. Look at the translation. Calamity, iniquity, mischief, mischievous thing, naughtiness, naughty, noisome, perverse. When you put the two together, this plus this, you get, because this is God. When you put the prefix and the suffix together, this demonic word, this is what you get. God of ruin, mischief, calamity, perversion, and wickedness, just like the people over there. And they have half of the planet worshiping this demonic entity, not knowing the real meaning of the name of this demonic entity. Now, this is how these devils translated that name. Now, before they translated that name, Enlil, who is Enlil, before Enlil, there was Seth. Now, who was Seth? Watch this. His name is often translated as instigator of confusion and destroyer. So Seth is Yahweh, the destroyer, the one who is on this planet causing chaos, crazy storms, non-stop war, and endless violence. You don't believe me that Seth is Yahweh? Okay, watch this. This is their book, not mine. This is Yahweh speaking, the demon. See, it is I who created the blacksmith, who fans the coals into flame and forges a weapon fit for its work. Watch this. It is I who have created the destroyer to wreak havoc. So when they tell you it's a pharaoh behind this, I tell them, no, it's not. I tell them it's your God behind this. It's right there. It is I who created the destroyer. Let me say it again. It is I who created the destroyer. Who was Seth? Seth was the god of chaos, storms, war, and violence. Seth was the creator of confusion. Seth was the destroyer. Okay? So when you want to understand where these powers get these weapons from, and they always have weapons to exterminate the human race, this is who they got it from. It is I who created the destroyer to wreak havoc. Yahweh, who is Seth, who is Enlil, the destroyer. Welcome, Marvel Bliss. Are you guys following? It's right there, people. Let's continue. We're not here to bash Yahweh today, but I needed you to see that Yahweh was Seth, who killed a righteous God and stole his throne. Okay, now, does everyone remember what Osiris lost? What Osiris lost? Azania, welcome. I'm glad you're here. What did Osiris lose? His member, his phallus. Now, it's important for us Darwin, welcome. It's important for us to understand why Osiris's phallus and Isis's yoni is so important. Okay. And I'm not talking about worshiping penises and vagina. No, no, no. That's not where I'm going with this. Okay. In Egyptian fact, let me say that again. In Egyptian fact, the phallus of Osiris is a symbol of new life. Life. Does Osiris's phallus represent life, or does it represent death? Life or death? Life. And which would you rather? Would you rather death, or would you rather life? Life. So how could the gods of Egypt be evil when their whole culture was around life, centered on life? Whereas Seth, who was Yahweh, when you decode Yahweh's name, it means bringer of mischief, confusion, war, and destruction. Now watch this. Osiris is associated, watch this, with life and death. Death because he was killed by his brother. Resurrection, he was the first one to be resurrected before Jesus ever existed. And life after death. He's also ruler of the underworld and has the power to grant even life in the underworld. Watch this. From the sprouting of vegetation to the annual flooding of the Nile. Now, Osiris's member was lost. And I believe that Osiris's member, Shiva and Ashakti, the lingam and yoni conjoined, is the most powerful machine. It's the most powerful, Seth is Yahweh, absolutely, is the most powerful life-giving machine that can rejuvenate a planet. So to the Egyptians, it was Osiris and Isis. And to the Hindus, it is Shiva and Shakti. So we're going to go to Google Earth, where we are, and we covered this before, but we're going somewhere with this. Funny enough, in the most powerful mountain to the Hindus and the Buddhists, sorry, the mountain is still covered in snow, the head is shaped like watch this. This on your left is Mount Kailash, and on your right is Kemet. Remember, I told you they lied to you. Miss Bree, you have to go back to my old videos. These people telling you that Egypt is in America is wrong. Kemet came from the Atlantean Lemurian civilization, which was a global civilization. Anyone telling you Egypt is that tiny country in Africa is wrong. Anyone telling you Egypt is in America is wrong. It was a global empire that Seth and his violent warlords overthrew and imposed a blood covenant on this planet so that the human race never gets out of that blood covenant. Kemet is an Atlantean Lemurian civilization that is global. Anyway, we got a lot to cover. On the left is the head. On the right is the pharaoh. Now watch this. This is the mountain, the most famous holy mountain of Shiva, and I believe Shiva is a pharaoh. Look at the mountain. Now watch this. Look at this mountain. Now watch this. And why does Shiva's mountain look like a pharaoh? We covered this before. What is that? What is that? Got a lot to cover. A phallus. That phallus is in China, Tibet. Mountain, a mountain shaped like a phallus. Now watch this. Next to the mountain is this. This is what it looks like. Next to it, this is what it looks like when it's not snowing. What is this? A yoni. How is it that the creation story for the Hindus and the Buddhists speaks of a god and a goddess in love? And they literally impregnate the earth with their seed and the seed with their seed. Just leave it as their seed. This is the same mountain. I will show it to you. Next to the penis. It's covered in snow. Here it is. It's just covered in snow. And do you see the hole here? Let me zoom in. Do you see the hole here for the urine? Do you see the labia and the clitoris? You've been lied to. You were not created to dominate the planet. You were created in love, to love, and to sow that love into the grid. Oh, I just missed you. Oh, I just missed you. We have found one of the places where Shakti and Shiva, Osiris and Isis's love grid machine is. This is why the sons of Seth, the demoniacs, this is why the children of Seth, they destroy the eggs, they destroy the sperm, and they cause infertility. Why? Because they're not the gods of this planet. Gets better. So this is Mount Kailash. You see the penis, you see the pharaoh, and I told them It is a pharaoh. You see the pharaoh? You see the vagina. So we know it's Isis and Osiris. But when they went to Asia, they were called by a different tongue because a certain god showed up and divided the tongue. Now let's go to Africa. We're going to go to South Africa. The most southern point, so let me show you. This is the bottom of Africa, so no one can say I'm making this up. Everyone can see this is the bottom. This is Africa. And here we are at the bottom. Let's zoom in. We are now in Africa. Whoa, whoa, what's this? Renata, what are you showing me? Okay, let me show you what I'm showing you. I took a screenshot and I highlighted it. This is South Africa. What is this in South Africa? What is that? In South Africa, they lied to you and they said to you, no, these were sex cults. No, that was the corruption. Remember, there was earth before the corruption. There was spirituality before the corruption. And then there was spirituality and spiritual interpretation after the corruption. So pre-corruption civilization, post-corruption civilization. So post-corruption civilization will say they belong to a sex cult. Nah. When the people take higher spiritual knowledge, but with a perverse spirit, they will take higher spiritual knowledge and do what? Pervert it. Why is there a giant penis off the coast? Here it is, people, of Africa. Let me show you. Let's measure how big the penis is. 1.5 miles. And you're trying to convince me this is going into a 5-foot tall woman. Okay, people, spare me. I'm almost there. Now, if we follow Osiris's penis in South Africa, we follow Osiris's penis. We're following Osiris's penis. I'm following. Where is Osiris's penis taking me? Where is Osiris' penises? Because remember, Osiris always brings life. Osiris brings life. Osiris brings life. Even in death, Osiris grants life. We're following Osiris's penis. Where is the phallus of Osiris? We have found, whoa, okay, where are we? We are in South America. We follow where Osiris shot his shot. And we end up in South America. Where in South America did we end up? Let's see where Osiris's penis landed. What? What's this? What is this? What? Osiris's penis crossed the Atlantic. It didn't cross the Atlantic because the Atlantic didn't exist. Gave birth to a baby in Brazil. Because Osiris is a life giver, and that is what his sperm does. Look. Whereas the sons of Seth, no, the children could stay here. How do they think they're born? This is what we should be teaching them. Look at this. This is a newborn baby. So his mother is somewhere around here, somewhere. I'm still searching for her. Because Osiris brings life. Oh, Renata, that mountain is not Osiris. What? Are you sure about that? Okay, let's see. Renata, you and your imagination telling me nonsense that mountain is Osiris. Are you sure about that? Everybody, Azania, are you here? Azania! I'm going to bring you in, Connor. Just give me a couple more minutes. Connor is here and I'm going to bring him in. Is everyone ready and prepared? Are you ready? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure it's not Osiris? As you can see, you see Osiris's penis on the top. Osiris's penis is aimed. Who's this? Who's this? Who is this? Isis is here in the chat section watching me talk about her husband. Who is this in South Africa? No, Egypt was not an African civilization. No, Kemet was not African. You sure about that? Are you sure about that? I know it's not Osiris. Renata, you're full of crap. Are you sure about that? Then who is this? Took a picture of him. Are you sure that Egypt? I'm not yelling. I'm passionate. Sorry. Not yelling. Not yelling. This is his picture. This is his picture. I'm not yelling. I just get passionate. I'm so sorry. You know how I get. I get passionate and then I start yelling. I'm so sorry. I'm not yelling at you guys. Who is this covered in green? Who is this? Who is this looking like Shaka Zulu? Osiris! This mountain is in South Africa, the most southerly part of Africa. I'm calming down now so I don't yell. I'm bringing you in, Ghana. Hold on. Okay. Watch this. You see him here. So you see I'm not making it up, but hold on, Renata. That's not proof. That's pareidolia. Okay. Okay. All right, my people. Okay, pareidolia. Okay, all right, pareidolia. They told me pareidolia. The people told me pareidolia. They told me pareidolia. Okay. Pareidolia? Then who is this? Who is this? If it is not Osiris, if it is not Pharaoh, who is this? Okay, watch this. I need to get a good picture of his crown. Hold on. Try to get a good picture of the crown. Oh, that's a, oh, get lost. Who's that? Who's that? Look at the crown. Okay, let me show you him in a photo. The eyes, the nose broke off, the mouth, and the beard. Who is this? Let me show you in picture form, because you're not going to believe me unless I show you in picture form. Hold on. Who is that? Who is the ruler? The ancient ruler of South Africa. Who is the ancient ruler of South Africa? Hey, where'd you go? I'm bringing you in, God. I'm bringing you in. Who is that? Let's draw him out. This is the penis at the top. Table Mountain is a penis. Let's draw him out. Let's make him bright so you can see. Let's mark him up. This is his pharaonic crown. This is his eyes. His nose broke. I mean, this is millions of years, people. You see here? There was a cave in. His nose broke. This is his mouth. This is his pharaonic beard. Do you see him? Do you see him? So whose mountain? Whose mountain is that in South Africa? I'm almost done, but we got a little bit more to go. Now watch this. Now we're going to get to America. Now we're going to get to America. Let's go to America. Big Bend. This is the park that's in Texas. Now, I don't understand. We're going from, watch this. Now we go to a mountain. Do you see anything on the screen? Connor, I'm bringing you in. 5 more minutes, I'm bringing you in. Do you see anything on the screen that's really interesting? Let's mark it up. I wonder if I have the pictures for this. Hold on. Nope, I don't. Let's mark him up. Because I don't got much time. I want to bring in Connor. I want you to look at this. This is called Big Bend. Big Bend in Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas. Do you see it? In Texas. Now, next to Big Bend, do you see this being? Let me zoom in. Do you see his eyes? Do you see his nose? And he's taking a whiff at something. He's drinking something in. Let me zoom in. You see here, he's drinking something in. But what's this? Oh, hold on. So we see here the phallus called Big Bend. Okay. In Big Bend, because he likes to bend stuff. Excuse my language. Now, what's this? Whoa, what is this? Let's draw it out. What? What's that? If this is a phallus, hold on, let me spin it. If this is a phallus, what's this? If this is Osiris's phallus, then what's this? Isis's, Osiris's phallus, Isis's. If this is Osiris's penis, his wife has the, remember, it's Yoni. Yoni. Now watch this. This is where it gets really crazy. So this is Big Bend. Isis's, hold on. When we align the map correctly, Isis, there's a lot of stuff I gotta show you. It's a yoni, right? And her yoni is pointing south. This is Texas. This is Texas. Where is Isis's yoni pointing? Where is Isis's yoni pointing? This is Isis's yoni up here. Sorry, I had to shrink the screen. Watch this. So Isis's yoni is here. And here it's going down. It's going down. I think I moved it too far. Now, where did it stop? I stopped too early. Isis's yoni intersects. Watch this. Teotihuacan. What? Isis's yoni in Texas, charged by Big Bend. By the way, that Big Bend has water from the Rio Grande. So the Rio Grande gives power to the obelisk. And the obelisk, it bends and it spews out water. By the way, this is a desert. It charges the yoni. And the yoni goes all the way from Texas. Sorry, my line looks like crap. Let me remove this line. This is Texas. Okay. And this is Mexico, Teotihuacan. And Isis's yoni, this is where it gets crazy, sends power down straight into, watch this, this pyramid. The pyramid of the sun. Watch this. When you go to Mexico, this pyramid is called the pyramid of the moon. Isis is the moon. This pyramid is called the pyramid of the sun. Osiris is also known as the sun. And if you follow, watch this. You can do it on Google Earth yourself. Hold on. It gets crazier. There's way more I have to do. I have to do a part 2 because I got to let him in. If you follow it, look, you see it with your own eyes. And make it a little bit bigger. You see it, Texas, the red, and then the yellow, Teotihuacan. But hold on, it gets crazier. Now watch this. His obelisk, Amelia, his obelisk. Now watch this. Watch how this gets even crazier. That's why I said to you, it's not a sex cult. These people don't understand the ancients because they are the children of death. Now watch this. This is where it gets really creepy, really freaky. Watch this. We're in Mexico now. Watch this. This is the pyramid of the sun and the moon. There is a line leading straight to Isis. Let me zoom in so you see. We're in Teotihuacan in Mexico. You see this line? We're following this line. We're following this line. We're following Isis's pyramid of the moon. After the fluid comes down, charges Osiris. Okay? Now watch this. Isis gets charged. There's an outflow here going out. Where does this go? Where does this go? Where does this go? In Mexico. We're following the line. We're following the line. We're following the line. You see the line with your own two eyes. This is the pyramid center. Hey, wait, what's this? Whoa, what is, what? Can anyone tell me? What does this structure look like in Mexico? When you follow Isis's road from the temple of the moon and you follow that road, you come straight on to this structure. Does anyone know what this looks like? Yes! But what fertilizes? What fertilizes an egg? Come on, people. What fertilizes an egg? A fertilized egg. Oh, the egg is not just freedom. Okay, hold on. What goes into the egg? What goes into the egg? Sperm! 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 The pharaohs were above ground. The pharaohs were above ground. You don't believe me? Let's look. Let's put in, better yet, let's put in, hold on. Did I take this picture? Oh, these people get on my nerves. Where's the images? There we go. But hold on. Woo! Look. 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 Why is it that the outflow, the road leading up to the temple of the moon, which is Isis, when you follow that road, you come straight to this? Now watch this. It gets even freakier. Watch this. It gets even freakier. I'm going to have to do part 2 because I have to let my boy in. What's this? This is the back of the US dollar. Do you see anything peculiar about the back of the US dollar? I told you. When the Draco showed up, they hijacked everything. And they corrupted the knowledge. Oops. Do you see the back? Oops. Sorry about that, guys. Do you see the back? But this is the corrupted knowledge that I told you about. Do you see it? Do you see it? Okay, time to bring in Connor. Connor, welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, hi, Connor. Teach us. You got 10 minutes, brother. Tell us about Isis and Osiris.
Alrighty, so Isis, also known as the goddess of life and magic, and Osiris, the god of the underworld and life. fertility. Why is Osiris the god of fertility? Is because when he was dismembered, Osiris is able to bring him life. But also, according to Egyptian fact, like Renetta said, even though these losers on our, let's just say, on our government platforms like to put mythology. Well, let me tell you something. The Hindus believe that their a quote unquote mythology is called Itihasa. Itihasa meaning history. And you know what? This, my friends, is depicting the conception of Horus. Because Horus is the only son of Osiris and Isis. Now, Osiris is also known in the Hindu mythology as Shiva. Isis is known in Hindu mythology as Parvati. Parvati is the reincarnation of his first wife, Sati. Osiris as Isis. Now, it's far more fascinating than that. The symbols of Shiva are the lingams, lingam meaning the male genitalia. The United States dollar is very, when Rionetta showed me this and I realized, oh my gosh, this is 100% connected. They're talking about the fertilization or conception of Horus. Now, before Christianity got started, the original virgin who was impregnated by Osiris was Isis, the mother of Horus. They're talking about the conception of Horus. And what this is so interesting is that it's all the way here in Mexico, showing you it's on the United States dollar. Sacred fertilization, the conception of Horus. Isn't that something, Phyllis?
Now, here's my question to you. If what is running this planet now, the true gods of this planet, why would they unleash quack, 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 that causes infertility? Why would they unleash wars? Why
Because
would they?
because they want to depopulate the planet, they want to stop fertilization. That's why sperm counts are going down. That's why they want to say quack.
Okay, so who, if Osiris put lingam, which is the phallus, all over the earth, and I think he probably knew he was going to die, so he put phalluses all over the earth.
That's right.
And Isis, her yoni, all over the earth. Okay, if they put it, probably he knew his brother was jealous and was going to take him out, right?
Right, yes.
Right, now watch this. Why is it that Seth is the god of infertility, but Osiris is the god of life and regeneration? So who's running this planet? Is it Osiris, the true pharaoh, or Seth, his lawless brother?
Well, because of the sperm counts and the sterilization of innocent people, it has to be Seth that's ruling the world, who usurped the throne from his brother, the true monarch. And the reason why Seth is the god of infertility is also he's the god of evil, chaos, disease, plague, and destruction, and storms, war. That is the embodiment of Seth. Osiris represents order, goodness, fertility. The reason why Seth couldn't get his wife pregnant, Nephthys, is because he wasn't fertile, but Osiris was.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think what's in Texas? I want to show you something else that's in Big Ben. Watch this. I want to show you something else. Let's go back to this is Mexico. We can come back to Mexico. Let's go back to Big Bend. I want to show you something else that's in Big Bend. And why the ancients? Because the ancients, I believe, were hovering above ground. This is exactly now. This is the national park. Okay, this one up here is the state park. This is the national park. Okay, let me just change the screen here. Okay, we're gonna go behind, and I want to show you this. What does this look like?
That looks like a vagina, very specifically.
It does, but look at this part. When I first saw it, I thought it was a vagina too. But watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Let me just give it the right angle. The right angle. Watch this. I thought it was a vagina too, right? But watch this. Let me show you something. I want you to pay attention to this little peak right there. Doesn't that look like a mother's
No.
breast?
Oh my goodness. Breastfeeding.
Ah, now watch this. Now watch this. Now watch this. Why? Where is she point? Where is her nipple pointing? Where is her nipple pointing? Let's see. Let me put it this way. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's see. Okay, now where is her nipple pointing? Boom, her nipple is going straight to this thing, right? Does everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay, watch this. Do you see that? You see the eyes,
My goodness.
the nose, the mouth, the chin. Look, you see the eyes?
I see the eyes, I see the nose, and I see a mouth.
You see the chin? Her
Yeah.
nipple is feeding a baby, and the baby is called Big Bend National Park. Now, do you understand the nectar? Because they were above the earth. The people of Kemet, the Egyptians, the Atlanteans,
Yep.
the Lemurians, they were above the earth, watching the earth impregnate itself to bring forth life. Are you seeing it? In the
Yes, I'm
comment
seeing
section,
it.
are you seeing the nipple? Not being vulgar. And it's going straight across to the baby. And the baby is known as Big Ben. Watch it. These are mountains, honey. Look at that. Those are mountains. And look. Do you see it in the audience? Okay, Connor, wrap it up. We're going to do a part 2 on this. The part 2 is even more powerful. Wrap it up, Connor. Tell us
Alrighty.
about the ancient story, the ancient history, the correct interpretation of, they call it a fertility cult and they call them heathens. You have to remember when the knowledge was sacred versus when the knowledge became profane, meaning the knowledge, which is pure, became corrupt. That's when the people created sex cults and was having orgies and to simulate, repopulating the earth. No, they were watching nature impregnate itself with seed and water. The water are the fluids to bring forth life. Connor, take it away. You got You got 8 minutes. Go for it. Five
All
five
right.
minutes.
Okay. So what this is representing here is that the is that uh is that the goddess is feeding a child, Horus. Isis is feeding Horus, breastfeeding Horus. Now, we've seen the conception. Now, in the ancient times, having children was a huge, huge requirement for for noble and royal families and also for the ordinary folk, the people. Now, the gods who came down and told them to spread their seed. And and if you look at Isis breastfeeding Horus, the next king, it's because the power of the woman, and the woman is the only one who can bring and give birth children. That is the magic and the mystery of our hidden culture. A culture who's taught to give life to others. That is what it's representing here. And thousands of years later, there is pictures from Leonardo da Vinci that the Virgin Mary is breastfeeding Jesus Christ. Now, let's put it into more perspective here. The ancient Egyptians, in the ancient Egyptian language, Osiris is Isis is breastfeeding Horus, if you put it into pagan terms. And in the Adoration of the Magi by Leonardo da Vinci, he cups a lotus flower at the top right hand of the painting. And the lotus flower represents the flower of life. Very sacred and very important. And the lotus flower is the key where all the life comes in the universe. That's why the ancient Egyptians revered lotus flowers, but also they just didn't worship of life. They worshipped it because of its geometrical perspective. Sacred geometry indicates that there's a massive intelligence behind it. And the reason why we have all these mountains giving us clues about our true history, about the conception of Horus, in and now in Big Bend National Park, after the conception and birth, she is breastfeeding Horus. Horus is the son of dismembered Osiris, meaning he has the knowledge of his father. And Horus deposes Seth. I think they're talking about Age of Aquarius here in Egyptian terms. Is that right now we're in the time of Seth. Horus will come back and depose his uncle, and therefore, who becomes king? Horus. Horus becomes king because he is represented in that mountain from his mother being breastfed and fed milk.
Okay, Connor. And to wrap it up, if the entities that run the planet are the sons of Seth, then is it fair to say that the sons of Seth are destroying the human genome, destroying infertility, not just fertility, and they are going after the planet to destroy all life on the planet because they fear Horus coming back?
Yes, that's what it is. They fear him is because he is the son of Osiris is because Horus also has the power of life. He is the god of the sky. He is the god of kings. Now, when Osiris comes back and deposes him, he brings back life. When he kills Set, chaos is undone, order is brought again, and life is brought again. Because of that child, so significant is that the ancient Egyptian pharaohs were direct descendants of Isis and Osiris through their son Horus, is because that lineage was supposed to keep the life preservation intact from the evil descendants of Set. But Set and his descendants rule the world today, and one day Horus and his descendants will rise up again and take back and bring back fertility and life to our planet.
Beautiful. And the last thing before we go, look at the color. Look at the natural color of Big Bend National Park. And look at the natural color of Isis and Horus. Do you think that's a coincidence?
I don't think so. I think the Egyptians had flying craft vimanas, and able to look at and then they've modeled that statuette out of the same color.
Absolutely. And also, this is a desert. And one day I had visions before I came here and visions when I came here that one day this desert will turn green.
And the reason why, when Osiris was murdered, all the crops, all the grain died out and turned into a desert. When Seth usurped the throne, it turned to desert. But when Horus comes back, it will be green life again.
Okay, do you see who just popped up on the screen? Look at this face. Do you see this face that just popped up on the screen? The nose is broken off, the mouth is gagged, but it looks like it's a pharaoh. I just saw this. You see the eye? I'm going to do another one on that. That's okay. That's okay. The nose, I'm going to do another one on that. I just saw him pop up on the screen. But this, so to wrap it up, guys, what is on this planet is the sons of Seth. The sons of Seth are the ones who bring chaos, war, infertility, death, disease, sickness, no life. Okay? I always say to you, we're created to create. You weren't created to worship, you were created to create. And here we see Seth creating destruction. But remember, there is a child, and the child is Horus, and that child will have the genetics of the father and the mother. The mother to revive medicine and agriculture. Look at our food. Isis represents medicine and agriculture. Look at our food. Look at our healthcare, right? Osiris represents life, death, and life after death. This is the genetics that's inside Horus. Be a Horus. Be a Heru. Create. That is why you were put here. Okay, Connor, take it out. Wrap it up. You got 1 minute.
Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Just to be aware is that we always have true history on this planet, and as I always say, keep an open mind, and you will see everything in your own eyes once you found the truth. Have a great day, everybody.
When I do part 2, Connor, I'm going to have you on much earlier. I just needed to get this out, okay? Because there's a powerful, powerful decode in part 2. Connor, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
Guys, thank you so much. Connor, thank you so much. Guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Love you. Love each other. And go and bring forth life. That is your job. In the midst of death, we bring life. Love you guys. Bye.